Hi there everyone, this is Carlton. I am filming this video because there has been some recent stuff going on in regards to mine and Chris's shop, Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary, and Conjure Shop. We have been open officially online since May of this year, May of 2017. Um, Prior to that, we have always, for the last few years, taken custom consultations through our private social media pages for those that knew we did that type of stuff. I've also been on YouTube a couple of years and have had clients that way. So this is not something that's new for us. We are just doing a new business venture in terms of owning an actual online shop where we can stock some of our products and take custom orders that way, because we are getting a large enough following to where that's going to be easier for us. Now, upon creating the shop, we went to Google. Okay, so I'm here on my computer. This is live. I'm going to show you guys everything because there has been some drama in regards to another shop with a same or similar name as us based out of Salem, Massachusetts. Now, when Chris and I were deciding, on what we really want to call our page name and what our shop name should be, because before it was just him and I using our personal name, we had never really come up with some kind of name because we didn't realize that we would need one. Now, we loved the word mysterious spirit. That's something that we both kind of had set up on. And so we were kind of toying with that phrase, the mysterious spirit. And we had purchased the domain for the mysterious spirit because it was available and we wanted to make sure that we could secure that. So we went to Google Translate to kind of help us just get an idea for maybe like a cool way to do a name. And when we typed in the mysterious spirit on Google Translate in English, it translates in Latin to Spiritus Arcanum. Now, I've been on YouTube for a couple years under the guise of Hex Arcanum, filming videos about my practice. A lot of you guys that are on my Facebook, in terms of like family and friends, do not know this because it's not something I've shared with you, because I kind of wanted to not have it affect the other freelance business in another industry that I work full time in. So we settled on Mysterious Spirit. We thought it was wonderful. Hex Arcanum was my name. Arcanum literally means mysterious. So Arcanum is Latin for mysterious or occult, or let me show you here. Or arcanus is just the word you would use if you were just using the singular word. So arcanum in this case would be mysterious, or something that's secret, occult, closed off, or hidden. And spiritus means spirit or breath, and it's depending on like the context that you are translating it to. So we settled on mysterious spirit. Okay. So then we went to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office website, and we typed in Spiritus Arcanum into the website. And that pulls up a national search of all 50 states to show whether or not Spiritus Arcanum is a legal trademark of another business, or if it is registered and not available to use in my local area. And it came up that Spiritus Arcanum was in fact not trademarked by anyone, not copyrighted by anyone, and that the name was essentially free to use. So we came up with, let me go here, our shop. Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary and Conjure Shop. Our full name is Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary and Conjure Shop. Okay. So then, we started fiddling with the website and getting everything together and just making sure we were situated. So when I go to, let me find it here. Here we go. When I go to Google, we decided to see if there was really anything that came up when we typed that in. We wanted to make sure that, there wasn't anything current and active happening on the internet under that name, just to really avoid any issues. So when we Google it, we got some search results, and we were like, oh, okay, there's a Facebook with the name Spiritus Arcanum, just the name Spiritus Arcanum, which is a phrase for mysterious spirit. That's what it translates to. There was an Etsy shop by the same person that runs this page, okay? And then there's some other search results for some other like social media pages that are all linked to the same Facebook page. So when we click on the Facebook page, we see here, as you can see, I'm not logged in up there. Let me just click out of that so you can see. It takes you here to Spiritus Arcanum on Facebook. It's Facebook Spiritus Arcanum 1. Okay, so we took a look and we scrolled through and we went back quite a bit. Like, you can go to posts and see when the last post was. So if we're here on the post page, the last post was September 23rd of 2014. So this page has now been inactive since September 24th. What is it? September 23rd of 2014. Okay, September 23rd, 2014. So keep that in mind. Now, this is really a hard video for me to film, and the reason I'm filming this is because I want to be 100% transparent with everyone who supports my business. I run a successful freelance business in a completely different industry aside from the occult industry, and I'm transparent there as well. You know, I've turned clients away that were essentially asking me to make guarantees that I won't make because I'm a decent business person. I'm an ethical person. I'm doing something that I love, and it's kind of sad and disheartening that I even have to make this video. Okay, so I'm gonna move on from that. I just had to let you guys know. So we clicked on that, went back. Okay, that's inactive. So then we went and we looked at the Etsy page. So that link that you just saw on Google takes you to this landing page for an Etsy shop. Spiritus Arcanum on Etsy since 2012. It's the same shop owner here that you saw on the Facebook page. It is apparently taking a short break. On Etsy, you can actually put what's called a vacation mode, I believe, if I remember correctly. I've never used Etsy because, frankly, Etsy are a bunch of crooks in terms of how they have you list things, and I refuse to use them in terms of listing my product because there's no point. But they were taking a short break, and that means that the shop is not essentially open at this time. So then I scrolled down to their review section because I wanted to see, you know, when was the last time that they were even on their Etsy shop? Is this something that's still a functioning business? Right? So their last review was August 5th of 2014. That is a month prior to the last post on the Facebook page. There has been no reviews in this last year, which means in the last year alone, they have not had any sales from their Etsy shop. Okay, perfect. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then I click the About page, and it takes me down to a picture of some different root work and stuff, which is fine. And so then I go through and I read, and I go all the way down, and it takes me, and it's telling me about the owner of the shop and what they prefer to do and how they run their business. Fantastic. So then it has a link to their website, and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. I want to make sure that I am not naming my shops the same as a current and active business online, because our web shop is online. We don't have a brick and mortar store. We sell strictly e-commerce. And we mail out our products. We do everything from our home. We don't have a base of operations. Like, we do everything. We make product like we would be making for ourselves. And that's something that we believe in. So then it's spiritusarcanum.com. The owner actually has it linked here to their website. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to show you what it takes you to. So it takes you to a splash page. Now, for those of you who don't know what a splash page is, a splash page was a website that is no longer published or active, and hasn't been for some time. So spiritusarcanum.com is apparently at this point, from what we could tell, not open for business. And I don't want anyone to take this video as being shady. I'm just being transparent, and I want people to understand the choices that we made and why we made these choices. Because I think, you know, for someone to want to talk about, you know what, I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to get into that. So spiritusarcanum.com is no longer a valid website. No other Google search results. If I go over here, no other Google search results take you to a store. There is no store. There's a YouTube page that has 1 subscriber. There's another well-known occult shop that supposedly sells their products, and when you click on that link, they just don't have any products listed. They said there are no products available. It looks like there are some Instagram photos, I don't know, and then it looks like maybe a blog on like Blogspot, which has no posts, no nothing. So as far as anyone is concerned on the internet and Google and search engines, this does not exist, and it has not existed since 2014. Now, so at this point, we said, okay, it looks like there is nothing active or ongoing. The trademark is free. We're not stepping on anybody's toes because our name is technically different than the other name that we're finding on Google. And I want to prove this to you right now. So then if you Google our name, our actual shop name, Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary, and Conjure Shop, that is our full name. We had actually, upon opening the shop, started the process with one of our lawyers to claim the trademark for this full title, Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary, and Conjure Shop, to claim intellectual rights on this entire phrase. Not just these 2 words, because that's not what we named our shop. This is what we named our shop. Okay, so keep this in mind. There's, Google pulls up 1,760 results in 0.32 seconds. And what shows up is my Facebook page for our shop, a couple different times. Then you have our YouTube channel. Then you have our actual website, themysteriousspirit.com, and multiple pages from our website. And this goes on for 3 pages before we hit different hits based on just the keywords that are listed there. So you have different other businesses that have the same tags as what's on our SEO page, the same keywords that are listed on our actual page. And so for those of you that don't know anything about operating an online business, when you open a store, you have something called search engine optimization that you have to pay attention to. So that when someone Googles a key or uses a search engine to look up a keyword, that it flags your website and brings you up in the search results. So there's different keywords that you can use. So these are the keywords that bring up our page when you search Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary, and Conjure Shop, or any one of these keywords here can also bring us up in different pages. So there's that for you, okay? Completely different name brings up completely different search results. This other page does not even exist when you search my business name. Plain and simple, okay? So I'm back here at the landing page. Now I want to go in and I want to address something else. So I received a message on Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary, and Conjure Shop's Instagram page. We are at The Mysterious Spirit, which is the translation and our URL of Spiritus Arcanum. That's what it means. So essentially our business name is The Mysterious Spirit, Old Style Apothecary, and Conjure Shop. And that's just the Latin term for our name. Plain and simple. There's no, I'm being transparent with you, that's the reality of what it is. So we received a message on the Instagram from the owner of the other page, of this apparent other business, sending us an essential cease and desist, that we cease all operations under this name. We have stolen his name for my sake and for his, to please eliminate that name, and to change all operations under that name. Now, that's not something that you can just do when you own a business. You can't just change your name. You lose visibility. You have to change like your labeling, everything. Okay, so we promptly responded that unfortunately we won't be shutting our doors and we won't be changing our name because our business name is different than theirs. While we both use the term Spiritus Arcanum, he has spiritusarcanum.com registered as his URL. It may not be in use right now, but that is the shop owner's URL. Perfectly fine. We are Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary, and Conjure Shop, and legally and rightfully so. Now, he's talking about in his cease and desist that he has a legally registered business name, and this business is based out of Massachusetts. Now, for any of you that know actual like business law and behind all of this, what it takes to actually hold a spot for a name, unless you nationally trademark your name, then it doesn't mean anything. Your business name that you have registered in another state only holds that position for you in that state. So now if I was in the state of Massachusetts, absolutely it would be an issue. I wouldn't be able to register my business in that state under that name because it's already taken. Now, that's a little bit of a gray area because our name is not just Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary, Spiritus Arcanum. It's Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary, and Conjure Shop. That is our shop name. It's not really that confusing. I've never had clients confused. And upon this issue, up until now, I have never seen products from this shop. I've never heard of the owner of this shop. I've never seen on any social media pages any posts from this particular person. I've never heard of anything, nor have some of my clients that I've spoken with, nor have any friends and family in this community. It has not been an issue up until yesterday when we received this message. And this is, mind you, months after our launch. So, we promptly responded and we basically told him, sorry, not sorry. We feel like there's room to coexist because our shop name is different. There is no confusion on our end as to what we sell. While we sell similar items in terms of the industry that we are in, the branding is completely different. Now, this is where the shit begins, and this is where it gets very hairy, and it's become an actual issue. He told me I'd be hearing from his attorney. Fantastic. Have your attorney contact me if it's that big of an issue. So we just went about our business. Okay, I'm not gonna let it bother me. I went and did some more research, obviously, and I spoke with, some more people, and I just wanted to clarify that I'm really I'm not aware of who this person is. I didn't know. As far as I'm concerned, this person is a ghost and nothing exists for that. If that business does exist locally to the area that it exists in, that's fine. But how is anyone to know that if you're not active online and building a business under that? And this is where it goes into this person sending screenshots onto their personal Facebook and having all of their friends and family and other business owners from their local area in the same industry actually go to our Facebook page and leave negative reviews. We have had now almost 25 of these people come and claim that we have stolen the name of a business, that we have tried to capitalize on the success of a business that, as far as we can find anything on, is non-existent on the internet world. It's been almost 4 years it's been 4 years and some change since this business has sold anything online that we can see. Maybe they're doing private business, that's fine, but that's not a concern of ours because it's not trademarked, and I don't know how else to say that other than we haven't done anything wrong. We don't know who this person is. There is no information about this person for us to even steal from. So I want to prove a point here. So let's say we go to my conjure oils on our page, okay? We'll go to my dragon blood oil. this is what our packaging looks like here. And we actually have a custom label. This is just the plain bottle. But when you receive one of our products from the shop, we have a graphic designer that we work with, and he custom created specific labels for our brand. Spiritus Arcanum Old Style Apothecary and Conjure Shop. And that is what it says on the label, and then it has the product name and or a description of the product. So that is what our products look like here. Let's go back to our homepage. Let me see. Let's go to our incense. Okay. Our incense, we have square glass jars, sealed with wax. With we will have a circular label actually on the jars here. Again, a custom label. It's not something that anybody else has because it was designed specifically for our shop. We paid and have the rights to this particular label, so that there cannot be any confusion with any other brand. We wanted to be different than other brands out there. I follow some very commercial brands in the industry, and a lot of the packaging that I see looks the same. There's a very particular style of bottle that gets used. There's a particular style of incense packaging that gets used, and we wanted something different. And we actually pay a lot more for our packaging, so that we can have that difference. Okay. So then there's that. We also sell smudges. We have some perfume oils. Our perfume oils come in a standard 10 ml roller bottle. It has a steel roller ball. And it will have, again, one of our custom bottle labels on there with the name. And then we also sell bath bombs and some other products. So this is where things get interesting. Throughout all of these reviews, this shop owner and his followers, who are essentially slandering our business and leaving false reviews on our Facebook page, have said that we have stolen their brand. Essentially, we have ridden on the coattails of a successful brand that happens to share a phrase of the same name as us, which I'm going to remind you again, has not been legally trademarked, so therefore it's just a name, it's just a phrase. There is no bearing on this as who can and cannot use it. And that we are unethical, we're liars, we're crooks. I mean, the slander just goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay? So I want to show you here. If we have stolen something from another brand and we are trying to be a knockoff of this brand, a knockoff essentially is you are trying to replicate what this brand is doing. You're trying to make it look as though you are that brand, to confuse consumers so that they shop from your site instead of the original. That's what this is. I work in the cosmetics industry aside from this, and we see a lot of counterfeit and knockoff product, which is meant to confuse consumers into thinking it's the real thing for cheaper. Now, I'm going to go back to this person's Facebook page. This is the other shop's Facebook page here that has not been active online since 2014. And if I go to photos, okay, I'm going to pull up some product. And again, I'm not doing this video to be shady in any means. I truly believe that shops in this industry have so much ability to coexist, and I support all businesses, and if we're being realistic, we have done nothing wrong. We don't even know who this person is. Up until now, I had no idea that this person was still doing legit business. Apparently in the Salem, Massachusetts area, this person is still very well known, and still does great business, which is fantastic for him. That's amazing, and I wish that person nothing but the best as far as that goes. But for you to tell me that we are stealing your brand and that we are riding your coattails and taking something from you that you don't own, mind you, that you didn't create something with this particular branding. Your brand you're claiming that we stole is Spiritus Arcanum, okay? So I'm going to prove a point right now. You go to the Facebook page. Our Ars Magica brand, Hecate Incense, is designed to be burned, yada, 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 okay? So their incense brand that they supposedly, or that apparently they make and sell on spiritusarcanum.com, which, mind you, takes you to a splash page of a non-active website, is called Ars Magica. The labels here are Ars Magica, and it has the name of the incense. Fantastic. Great. Perfect. Again, packaging, not the same. They're using, I'm going to assume this is probably maybe like a ½ ounce or a full ounce incense dram bottle with a cork stopper. You can get these from many mass manufacturers. These you can buy wholesale for packaging purposes. I use a wholesale supplier to get my particular bottles. That's something that's normal when you make goods to sell. You have suppliers where you can get this. This is something that anybody can get their hands on. It's public domain. These bottles are not custom made for the brand. Okay. So then we go down a bit further, and apparently on this site they sell something called Crown of Success incense. Now, I am looking here and I'm seeing a different brand name on this called Workin' Roots Curios. Now, I'm familiar with this brand. This is a pretty well-known brand in the pagan community, and they sell hoodoo supplies. So let's take a look here. So then I went and I Googled Workin' Roots Curios, and it takes you to a website called Big Liz's Conjure Corner. Now, I'm familiar with who Big Liz is. I've heard of her before. I've seen some of her work. She runs a successful business, and that's fantastic. I've seen many people on YouTube that use her products and love her products, and that's fantastic. So let's see, I want to go to, let's go to incense, I guess. Let's see. Yeah. So the shop sells their own incense that they hand make, and then they also sell commercialized incense that you can buy wholesale. Great. A lot of shops do that. My local botanicas and metaphysical supply shops also do that. They have their own in-store brand, and then they also sell other stuff. So, and then there's powders and dust. This is not even the brand we're talking about, but I want to just prove a point. So Workin' Roots Curios is from what I can tell, Big Liz's Conjure Shop. Great. Okay. So here we are again. This looks nothing like my packaging. The brand is not Spiritus Arcanum. This is not a branded product with that name on there. So then we kept scrolling and we're looking, because now at this point we're like, wow, you know, did we miss something here in terms of like what we're doing, and did we step on somebody's toes? Because as a business owner, that's never your intention, is to be, I would hope it wouldn't be to be evil, especially in this community, because essentially, you know, I don't believe in plagiarism. I don't plagiarize. I'm an artist, and if someone were to plagiarize my work, I can understand how that would feel. But plagiarism is an exact copy and replica of something that you're passing off as your own. And in this case, this is not what's happening here. So then I click on a timeline photo again from what seems to be the brand from spiritusarcanum.com. Again, here we go. It's now available in their shop, which, mind you, again, this shop has been down probably since about 2014, I would assume. It doesn't tell you that, but I can just imagine that would be what it was about. And again, the label is Ars Magica Apothecary. So now they're using Ars Magica Apothecary, which is fine. There are many shops I can go on to find that use the term apothecary. Apothecary is someone that sells herbal products and other infusions and whatnot. So again, Ars Magica. So now I want to go ahead and take you over to a second Google Translate page. When you go to Google Translate and you type in Ars Magica in Latin and translate it to English, it means magic art. So now I'm a little confused as to whether or not this brand is Spiritus Arcanum or is it Ars Magica, because I'm still not seeing anything, and before we opened, we still had not seen anything at all from this brand that has been branded Spiritus Arcanum. If you go to their setup at certain, you know, events that they are hosting at or whatever, I'm seeing their Ars Magica brand, and then I'm seeing stuff from Workin' Roots Curios. I'm seeing, you know, they might do handmade jewelry, which is these, I would totally buy all of that because it's fucking beautiful. And I think from what I can tell here, they do fantastic work. But again, I'm not familiar with this brand. I've never seen them before until now. This was from June 16th, 2013. Okay, this is now 4 years ago. We are now 4 years and a month ago that we are seeing this, okay? Again, Workin' Roots Curios. Workin' Roots Curios. I'm still not seeing any branding. There are no labels. There is nothing that even looks remotely similar to the business that I own. None of it. Not a single bottle looks anything like what I own. And there is no trademark on bottles. So unless you had a bottle custom made, there is nothing that can be said in terms of that, you know. These are not a Boston Round. The type of bottle that I use for my oils is called a Boston Round. This is not a Boston Round. I'm sure this is some kind of a French square, I believe would be the technical term. But again, Ars Magica. So here we have, again, more and more curious information that I'm getting, where the owner of this page is claiming that we've stolen their business and that we're trying to come off as a knockoff and ride the coattails of their well-established, this person's apparently a well-established author and presenter in the occult community and the spiritual community, and that we are stealing their thunder, essentially, is what this is, and that we should be ashamed of ourselves. But I'm begging the question as to what exactly on our businesses is the same. There's nothing the same. While we sell similar types of products, we sell incense and conjure oils, perfumes, smudges, that is typical of every single occult shop on the market today. So until something is trademarked, it is not illegal or unethical to use that, because my name is different than the name of this apparent shop. And it makes me disgusted, and it's so disheartening and discouraging and frankly saddening that somebody would feel threatened by a new business because we share a similar phrase, which, mind you, again, has not been trademarked, is in the process of being trademarked, should I choose to continue filing my paperwork at this point. And the reason I'm making this video for everyone, and I want to show the reason I'm making this video realistically is because at this point, this person has now had thousands of people slander our business and has basically degraded us on an ethical level and claimed that our reputation is now nothing. So as far as the occult community goes, we don't have a reputation anymore. So, and I'm bringing this to everyone's attention to be transparent, because I want my clients to know that they are safe and protected, and that I won't let somebody, you know, degrade them or the products that they know and love and that they have been ordering for a while now, simply because they disagree with the fact that we can share a similar phrase when my name, my full store name, is completely different. Now, they address the fact that we use the Mysterious Spirit and the mysteriousspirit.com. Mysterious Spirit, at the Mysterious Spirit, is our Instagram page, and the mysteriousspirit.com is our actual URL web address. Now, I have addressed that already. Spiritus Arcanum means mysterious spirit. It's really not that difficult to understand. It's not something to wrap your mind around. If you can translate something from Latin, you can get a pretty damn good idea about what it is exactly that means, okay? So, you know, we are in process right now of figuring out some legal details, because, like I said, we were in process months ago, before our shop even opened, of starting to get the paperwork together to own the trademark Spiritus Arcanum Old Style Apothecary and Conjure Shop, so that our intellectual property, meaning that full name, our custom labels with that full name on them, and the products that those labels are attached to are strictly ours and cannot be infringed upon. So that if something were to happen in the industry and I were to find someone who created a fake Instagram account and was sharing our products as their own, that I could have legal bearing to put a stop to that. Because unfortunately, counterfeit products do happen, and it's unfortunate. But there is no counterfeit happening here. We make everything in our home. We have actually a workspace set up. Our dining room is actually set up as a workspace to create all of our products by hand in small batches. We source fine quality ingredients. Nothing is synthetic. That's just the reality. That's our business model, and that's a business model that a lot of occult shops like to use. I can give you a full list that claim that, and they're successful, and that's fantastic. There's so much room for all of us, and I'm on the completely opposite side of the country as this person. So I'm not understanding really what the issue is at this point. But the reason I really am making this video is I wanted to be transparent about everything that's happening, because if you've been on our Facebook page recently, you will see. And I want to address the fact that since yesterday we have gotten, I want to say it's just over 80 reviews to our Facebook page. The people that have made reviews on our Facebook page are actual customers, and the reason we did that was because when this person had their friends go and leave negative reviews, it actually impacts our business and our SEO searches, and it can actually make our business look terrible in terms of the review. So if somebody comes across our Facebook page, we look like an illegitimate business, which is not the case at all. So I reached out via email to all of our past and present clients, as well as the clients that we have through Facebook, and asked that if they have ever purchased products from us or received a service from us, either via email or by phone or in person, that if they were satisfied, to please go ahead and leave a review for our shop. And the response was overwhelming. So for someone to claim that a shop is fake and that reviews are fake and that I'm unethical and that my business partner is unethical and that we are stealing from somebody is highly inappropriate. And frankly, you are the one that is unethical to try to dismantle a small business because you're throwing a temper tantrum over a name you don't own, that there are no rights to, and that anybody can use. There's also a Spiritus Arcanum occult shop based out of the UK. So for someone to claim this is just sad, and it's disheartening. And I think it's really, really sad that you want to claim someone's unethical for having a similar name to you in a similar industry. But we have all of our targeting as far as our SEO and as far as our Facebook goes and our posting goes only reaches a specific demographic. You can actually go, and if this person was still active on Facebook, they would probably know this, you can adjust and target exactly who you want to target. While our Facebook page, yes, only has about 200 likes, they're the likes of our clientele. It's our clients that like the page and that follow the page for updates. I don't need random followers to follow my page, because the likelihood that these people are supporting your business is probably unlikely, because it's free to like a public page. This is a public business page. What matters to me is that I have clients that return to my shop and order from us, and whether that be on my actual new webpage that we've had for a few months now, or whether it be they contact us via email or via phone or via Facebook like they've done for a few years now. So it's really disheartening, and I'm very disappointed to see that people in this community can jump to a conclusion simply because someone else feels entitled to say that they own something, when in reality they own no intellectual property or rights to anything. So depending on what happens over the course of the next few days, everyone, this is why I'm making this video. I wanted to be transparent about all of this so that you can understand the precursors to what I'm saying now. we at the Mysterious Spirit, or Spiritus Arcanum, Old Style Apothecary and Conjure Shop, may have to do a rebrand. And what that means is that affects our finances and that affects our labels. We have to get new custom labels made should this be the course of action. I've sent one final response to the owner of the shop, letting them know that I will take it under advisement. And I am contacting my legal team that's in charge of helping me prepare and file my paperwork for the trademark that we've been working on. And I will see what they say, and depending on what happens over the course of the next few days, we may have to rebrand. So I don't want anyone to be surprised. We're not shutting down. I'll never close my doors unless I absolutely am required to by law, and that's not going to happen because, unfortunately, for anyone who would like to claim otherwise, I've done nothing illegal. I've followed good business practice. I've done my research, and I know how to operate a business ethically, and I'm transparent. I turn clients away all the time because I don't want to be unethical. There's too many frauds and commercial fools out there selling you colored water and guarantees that they can't possibly hold up for your good hard-earned money, and I'm not one of those people. Myself and my business partner are not those people. And if you talk to any of our clients, they will tell you that because they have worked with us, they have used our products, and they've had great success with it. The reason why our Facebook page does not have those likes or reviews is because we really don't promote our Facebook page on our website. It is here, but unless you see this and you click this link to take you to our actual Facebook page, you're not going to see it. So, you know, our Instagram is also up there, which is fine. But I also understand that when we're talking about spirituality, witchcraft, occultism, whatever you want to call this, that it can be a touchy subject for people. I have some clients that have reached out to me that are in abusive relationships and needed products that they can help use in their prayer work to empower them to get themselves out of those situations. For me to expose them by asking them to do a review on my page or requiring them to do a review on my page could potentially put someone's life at risk, or could potentially out somebody who's not ready to talk about their religious beliefs or their spiritual beliefs. And that is perfectly fine with me. My clients come to me knowing exactly what it is that I do and how successful I am in terms of whether or not this is a new shop, and I don't ask for reviews. This is the first time I've ever asked anybody to do any kind of review, and it's because essentially my reputation depends on it, because somebody wants to make a false claim that has no legal bearing and no ethical bearing. If you're going to preach to be ethical, then let's make sure that the way you handle a situation is also ethical, regardless of anybody's response. So if you see our name change and we are rebranded, it's because my legal team has advised me that to avoid having to fork out more money on filing any kind of lawsuits or cease and desists or anything of the nature, that we took the better advisement to do so, and that we will be rebranding. And we will continue our paperwork as far as the trademark goes. If we can, if it isn't advised that we continue to do so for whatever reason, then we will change our trademark. However, again, that's going to cost us more money. So for somebody to be so well known, but nobody I know has really heard of them, it's kind of sad, because you're basing something on what fact and what proof? Your reputation that your Facebook friends have for you. And I think it's really sad that you would do this to somebody else, even though I've never stolen clients from you. I've never had a client come to me and say, "Are you so-and-so, owner of Spiritus Arcanum? From back when, whatever, do you sell this particular product?" We don't provide tarot readings from our shop. While we do have our own tarot to read, we don't do professional readings. We're not professional tarot readers. That's not a gift that we choose to utilize, in a sense, on a professional level. We don't provide Spell services through our website. We are very selective on the types of spell services that we offer in working services. And a lot of my Facebook friends, because I have family on here that don't even know the full extent of my spiritual beliefs, are going to be surprised that you're seeing this video. But I felt like it was necessary to expose the truth and the reality of how quickly some trolls online can throw a temper tantrum over a similar name without knowing facts or law first. And it's disheartening. So we haven't made a decision yet, but I just wanted to enlighten everybody that that's what's going on. And I'm sorry this video has been so long, but there's a lot of truth and fact to get out there. And I advise you that if you have seen this on my Facebook page and you're a little unsure, do some Google searches yourself. Do some research yourself and find the same information that I'm finding, because that's what you're going to find. That's the reality. I've Googled this particular shop to see if there's a brick and mortar address based out of the city and state in the US that they are from, and I cannot find anything. This same search results come up with that keyword, that keystroke for the search engine optimizations for all search engines that I've been on. So yeah, I just want to take the time to say thank you for bearing with me through this video. Stay tuned to see what happens with our shop. We are not closing our doors. It's something that is very unfortunate, but that's what happens when you have people that feel very entitled because of a reputation they claim to have, that I'm not aware of, assume that you're trying to cause them harm, and that they're being quite unreasonable in the terms of claiming that somebody's stealing something from them that they don't even own the rights to. It's not plagiarism. None of my pictures are this person's. None of my products are this person's. I guarantee you my formulas are 100% different than this person's. What we sell, we've created ourselves from trial and error, or we have created from recipes that were passed down to us from family practitioners over the course of years. So I think that when it comes to, supporting small businesses, definitely look at the people that they associate with and see how commercialized they are, and see how, watch their attitude. Because if they have a holier than thou attitude, we have a real problem in this industry. And I'm just being transparent here because I have nothing to hide. I've never had anything to hide. So yeah. If you guys want to continue to support our shop, you are more than welcome to do so. Because of a certain situation and our vacation that we are taking, normal shipping will resume on July 26th. So if you place any orders before then, please know that your order will not be shipped out until around July 26th, give or take a couple days. So go ahead and visit themysteriousspirit.com. Check us out if you have any other questions. I'm always available to chat. Feel free to send us an email. The email is also on our shop page. That's the reality, folks. And it's quite sad. It's quite disheartening. And it's not going to hold us back. We have nothing to hide. We've done nothing wrong. Nobody's done anything wrong except for the friends of this person who thought it was a good idea to completely try to ruin somebody's reputation based on an assumption without having any factual information, or even going to look and see that there is no correlation in terms of even the style of the brand. My logo is custom made. This little logo here that you see on my Instagram, that you see on our shop page, that you will see on our business cards, anything of that sort, this is a custom made logo. This is specific to us. I own this. It was made for me. Our labels, again, are the same. Our bottles are a different bottle than anything I've seen in any other shop recently. So I think it's just sad, and I don't know what really, honestly, even packaging has to do so much with what determines whether or not you're stealing somebody's thunder, unless these people had their packaging custom made and I asked to have my packaging custom made to meet that, which I did not. There is no plagiarism happening. There is no fraud happening. We're not liars. We're genuine practitioners. We live our life in this manner in the terms of our spiritual beliefs, and these are things that we use in our life, and we wanted to offer that to other people so that they may find comfort or support in a time of need with our products. And it's sad that someone would assume otherwise and try to take that from you simply because they want to be petty and get mad that we share a similar name even though nobody owns the rights to that name. That's just the simple fact, and that's just reality. So, we're going to move on from here and we'll see what happens. So don't be surprised if some things change. At least now you guys know. I wanted to be transparent with all of our followers, supporters, family and friends, and our clients that continue to shop with us on a regular basis. So, yeah, thanks so much, everybody. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.